Hello, Annette.
Hello.
It's so wonderful to have you here. In the coming minutes, you would like to explain the topic with which you want to contribute to the World Dignity University Initiative, and your topic is grief, one of your topics. Grief in its connection with dignity, with loss of sense of dignity, humiliation. So we would be so happy if you could explain this topic a bit.
Okay, well, when I first started getting into the topic of grief, I was working on my master's degree in social work, my MSW program. And throughout that process, we started to examine human relationships in terms of the grieving process, how we manage grief in terms of saying, I've grieved enough or I haven't grieved enough. And there's a stigma associated with grieving too long.
Right.
And so I started looking at complicated grief. Now, in relation to human dignity, I think grieving is such an important part of the human process. It's a filtering process for us, and we have to embrace the pain, the suffering, and then the joy and the release of knowing that this cycle of grief has had its full circle inside of our lives. So my hope is to continue helping others and working in the area of grief in terms of understanding how grief is intrinsically linked to human dignity, without giving ourselves permission to grieve, where I think we stop the grief process by saying, that's enough, get over it, move on. And I think if we just breathe in the fact that we have just experienced a tremendous loss of someone we love, or even the lost sense of self. Grief is not always associated with death, but it's also associated with, I am no longer that person. I am now this person. I am becoming, and the transition of becoming is also a grieving process. So I find this to be a very fascinating subject when it refers to that growth process.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Thank you so very much.
You're quite welcome.
Thank you.